Everyone, here we are for the last video of the Australian Open 2020. That means we're on the men's final. Let's have a quick look at the women's final. Kenin against Muguruza. Expected a close match, thought it'd go to 3. Thought with Muguruza's experience, having won 2 slams, been in another final, another semi-final, that she would just have the edge in this one. It certainly looked that way early on. Both started reasonably well. Let's have a look. Muguruza did break. Eventually was pulled back to 4-all, broke again for 5-4 and served it out. So everything going to plan there. In the second set, Muguruza struggled there, broken twice, lost it 6-2. The commentators seem to think that Muguruza wasn't feeling well. She hadn't felt well earlier in the tournament, in actually the first match of the tournament. Went into set 3. She seemed okay at the start, and maybe she was feeling fine, but then 2 breaks at the end. Reasonably close set, to be fair, apart from the two games where she was broken. Thoroughly deserves for Kenin. She fought to the end. She went that game there where she was serving at 2-all. She was down love 40. And I thought, well, this is where Muguruza takes over. She's going to kick on from there. I think she hit an ace and 2 outright winners to Kenin to get back to deuce. And ended up holding 5 points in a row. Excellent performance. Another player who gets into the slam final for the first time and wins it. They just don't seem to realise they're supposed to be nervous. Right, let's have a look at the men's final. Okay, we've got Dominic Thiem, Novak Djokovic. Let's go through some of the basic stats. Head-to-heads, 7-4 to Djokovic. I'm laughing because I didn't write who was leading 7-4 when I wrote the trading email. Most recent was November 2019 on an indoor court. Thiem won that in the third set tiebreak. He's won the last 2 matches and has actually won 4 of their last 6, with his other 3 wins all being on clay. Overall results favour Djokovic. He is better on hard courts, although Thiem's also had some excellent results on hard. They've played 3 times on a hard court. Djokovic won all those in straight sets, which could be a key stat. Federer showed in the semi-final how Djokovic doesn't like to be rushed. Now, Federer's got the game to do that, even though fitness-wise he wasn't able to do it for more than a set in the semi-final, and still ended up losing in 3. Thiem has really improved his hardcourt game over the last couple of seasons. He's now also a world-class hardcourt player as well as just being a clay court player. Against Zverev, his way of dealing with Zverev's big serve was to drop back way behind the baseline. Now that leaves him vulnerable to short balls or to balls sent wide to the other side. Zverev didn't take advantage of that anything like as much as he could have done. Djokovic definitely will. So Thiem needs to come up with another plan if he's going to deal with Djokovic's power. Whether he's going to try and steal something from Federer's game plan. The problem with being in a slam final is you want to be playing to your strengths, and you can't be playing to your strengths if you're using a tactic that you've never really used before. Certainly never used against one of the top players before. He's never taken a set from Djokovic on hard courts. So if anybody's expecting this to be a classic, I think you're going to be disappointed. To me, a classic on on best of 5 matches means that it goes to 5 sets and you've got two players playing at the very top of the game. If that, let's pretend that's the definition of a classic, this cannot be a classic, because I feel that for this to go to 5 sets, Djokovic has to have a poor day. But if he's not playing it at the top of his game, it's not a classic. I think Thiem may take a set. Possibly if Djokovic is 2 sets up, Djokovic may relax a little bit. He doesn't often. He knows how to play these big games so well. And I would suggest that Thiem's best chance of taking a set is going to be a tie-break. He's been superb in tie-breaks the last 2 rounds. So we can try a small... Despite all that, I think Djokovic is too low at 1.29. So we could try a small lay, 1.2 to 1.25, take the liability out, 1.4 to 1.5, and back Djokovic if he loses the first set. As I say, I don't think it's going to be a classic. Might be a bit of an anticlimax, especially after the women's final. Let's hope it isn't. Let's hope I'm wrong. And I will see you for the French Open in May. Thanks for watching these videos. Hope they've been useful. I'll see you next time.